Good evening, everyone. This is UniHighlights, and we are very proud to present you our first podcast. Our first guest is a very special person to me. Whenever I met him, he was, I think, 10 or 9 years old, somewhere around that. What, in 2011, how old were you? Exactly 12?
No.
12?
Yeah.
Yes, so
right.
amazing kid at 12 years old, loving soccer even when he was 12, and now he plays for unbelievable good university in South Carolina, Furman University. He already did 2 years with them, so freshman and sophomore year. Fall in August will be his junior season, and he's here to definitely tell us more about different things regarding Division 1 competition, about recruitment, how did he get to Furman University, and all other stuff. So stay with us, and let's hear a little bit about a very, very good athlete, Conor Dowler. Conor, welcome to UniHighlights.
Glad to be here.
Hey, nice to see you. First of all, I must say and mention that his dad is Wolves fan, and he's a Manchester United fan. So out of just being a good host, I brought the jersey to just make him feel even more comfortable into this podcast. But first, before we start, I have one question. What was the score, Man U and Wolves, a few days ago?
Next question.
Next question.
I've heard enough from my dad.
How good. All right. So I just want to hear how was Shane and his first look at you when the game finished.
I was out of town. I was with my girlfriend, and I saw the score. I was kind of keeping up with it while we were out, and I told her, I turned to her, and I was like, I'm going to get a text from my dad in the next 5 minutes. Just watch. And then I think about 3 minutes later in a group chat, I get a text, and it's a picture of, it's photoshopped. It's Sir Alex Ferguson with a Wolves scarf on. And so I get that, and I just looked, I was like, see, I told you. So,
Nice.
Yeah, never knew the end of it.
Perfect.
What a present for a new year.
All right. So, nothing. We're going to start with the first question. And let's talk a little bit. How did your college recruiting efforts look like before you went to Furman?
Yeah, I think my recruitment was a little bit different to, I'd say, most everyone's that goes through the recruiting process for college. It was like their standard process. It was a little bit different. I played. I've obviously grew up in Anderson, playing in Greenville, South Carolina, which is where Furman is, and so I was able to kind of develop a relationship with the Furman coach, Doug Allison, kind of being in Greenville and being a local kid, and then I also played for the region team with ODP, and my Furman coach, Doug, was the coach for my South Carolina team and also the region team. And so I was able to develop a good relationship with him throughout my, I'd say, end of sophomore to up to senior year. I ended up committing him the beginning of my junior year. But honestly, I think after coming on a visit to Furman, I realized it was kind of everything that I wanted to do and everything that I wanted. And so I didn't really look elsewhere, and I took my first offer. And so from there, it was pretty much set in stone that I wanted to be here. And so,
Nice.
Yeah, it wasn't as much of like reaching out to colleges and going into visits and flying all over the country looking for places, because I kind of had what I wanted right here. So.
Good. And can you tell us a little bit how the start of relationship with your coach, Doug Allison, looked like?
Yeah, it was, like I said, I think just traveling with the region team and chatting to him just after games and things like that, I kind of was able to talk about what I wanted in the college and what kind of Furman was doing. And so, like I said, I think it was a good foundation being here now, having him as a coach, to knowing him as a person, and kind of seeing how his coaching style was before I came.
Yes. What kind of a coach is he? Is he loud, aggressive? Is he calm, peaceful, not any single reaction? Can you describe him in 3 words?
Definitely calm for the most part. He's not one that will just scream at you 24 hours a day, you know, when you're there. It's he's quite calm. I would say very thoughtful. I think he cares about everyone individually as a player and a person, and that's one of the things at the school, is that he definitely wants to develop us as players, but as people more so. And I would say quite level-headed. That's probably another good trait, but
nice.
I've enjoyed playing with him so far. So
that's very good. So let's go ahead and talk about this segment. Advice to a high schooler looking for a college. What kind of a now, you know, after spending 2 years with Furman, I feel like those emotions of being D1 athlete have settled in. What would you say now to a high schooler, being freshman, sophomore? What would you say to him?
I think for someone who is going into college from high school is to be ready for change, and be ready for it not going your way. I think going into my freshman year, I just spent the summer with Greenville Triumph, who play in USL League One, and so I was training with them full time, a couple of games here and there, and going into Furman, I thought it was going to be a step down in a way. I tried not to think that way, but subconsciously, coming from a professional environment into a college environment, I almost anticipated a slight drop in level, which it is. However, I got in and I struggled, just because going in from being the top dog and the top player in your team to going in and being at the bottom of the list is, you can prepare for as much as you want, but until you're in that environment, it takes a lot on you. And so I would just say be ready for change and just take every opportunity that you have, you know, because you just don't know whenever it's going to be your last time. So
cool.
Yeah, it's a big transition.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. How was it? Tell us your first game for Furman.
Mm-hmm. My first game was preseason freshman year against Erskine. And
Erskine! Where did you play?
We played it at Furman.
Oh, nice.
So we split it up. We did 45 minutes and then 2 30s after, just because it was a preseason. We wanted to get a lot of minutes in our legs. So I played that second 30, and honestly, the way I felt and is not exactly what I expected, because you're kind of nervous building up to it, but then the thing I remember feeling in my first game or really big games that we've played is like I felt very like comfortable in a way, and I felt like it's just like being in that next level is where I was meant to be. And so it wasn't really like I was just questioning every pass. Like, I played really well, I thought, in that game, and it wasn't like I was questioning everything I was doing, and I felt very like comfortable and almost excited.
It came natural to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. That feeling, I'm sure you will never forget, like wearing a jersey for the first time, putting the kit on, giving you those numbers, and being like, all right, let's play. And the first whistle, you're like, all right, this is actually finally realizing, you know, I'm in. So that's a nice feeling that I wanted you to mention. So 2 college seasons. What kind of a lesson, other than, of course, be ready for a change and a tough transition from high school to a college, but can you draw us, after 2 college seasons, freshman and sophomore, what at least 2 lessons, if you can tell us, that you maybe that you come up with?
Yeah. I I think the first one is a bit of a cliche, but it goes by quick. I know you played in college, and you can attest to that.
Hey, dude, like it goes. Like the thing is, freshman and sophomore, it's like no responsibility as much. Like you're just there, you're flowing, both goes, and now you're junior, and suddenly those freshmen are coming in. You'll see, you'll realize it's definitely like, oh my gosh, I'm already junior. What's going on? So.
Yeah, you feel like you have so much time when you're a freshman and sophomore, and then like I'm at a point now where obviously I've done my first 2 seasons, so I'm pretty much technically done with half of my college career. Luckily, I do have an option for a 5th year because of COVID.
That's a huge luck.
Yeah, so that is nice. It's a blessing out of something not very good, but yeah, that would definitely be the first thing, that it goes really quickly, and so. You just try to have to be aware of every moment you're in. Like a lot of times in games, sometimes I'll just kind of just look around and just take it in just for a second, and just try and embrace the opportunity. Which, yeah, that kind of goes into my second thing, which is just it's so critical to just take the opportunities that you get, especially early on, because I'd say my freshman year wasn't the best year for me in terms of how I played. But I think sophomore year coming in, I've taken the chances that I've been given for the most part, and which has led to me starting some games and then getting more minutes here and there, and so it's you just have to kind of take the chances that you get, because you don't know if you're going to get another one if you don't take the one that you first get, you know.
Definitely true. Tell us what is now. It's junior year is coming up. How does your team look like? Is it a switch, big generation switch, or the most of the team will stay for the next year?
I think other than the seniors that have gone on and graduated, most everyone is returning. We've got one transfer, I think, coming in, and I think it's going to be a good transition for us. The guys last year were great, and whether it was the ones that played a lot or ones that were just good to have in the locker room and off the field. Like that is a good thing about our team. That's just all the guys do care for each other, even through the ups and downs. And so,
tell me one fun story from Furman men's soccer team.
And I want to ask one more question. Spontaneous. I was watching the highlights from Conor, and I didn't see anywhere else, only in Furman, that celebration with that purple thing and stuff with every goal. What's that about?
Yeah, no, it's good. I love the celebrations after goals, because the whole team just all clumps in the corner. It is a really good feeling, and I think it shows the brotherhood that we have within the team. Obviously, it's not always at a high, but we've gone through a lot of ups and downs on and off the field this past season. But I think in the end, we're all there for each other, which you can see from the celebrations. But
that's like I'm waiting for a goal. When I was watching highlights, I was like, "Where is the goal? Where is the goal?"
No, it's good, and I would say the fun story that I've got. I think one of the best memories I had was after the Belmont away game. That game we won 3-0, and that was what won the regular season for us. So the bus ride back to the hotel was just had the speaker on the bus. You know, everyone was dancing. We had our coach even dancing down the aisle.
Oh, nice!
It was a good time. Yeah, everyone was having a good time on the bus. I think the bus rides are one of the things that I'll miss the most.
When you win a game, it's great.
Yeah,
it's super quiet. All right, so let's go ask you about your high school time, college showcases. Did you attend with your teams, and what's your general now opinion about college showcases? Is it worth it? Is it not? Or there are different ways to colleges to see you? What would you say?
I think a coach would probably be able to answer it better, but from my perspective, I think it's good if you already have connections made. If you, for me, obviously Furman, I was talking to a couple of other colleges, and so when I'd go to showcases, I'd let them know I was going to be there. But it's hard to go to a college showcase where you've got so many teams and so many coaches with limited access to these games. You know, I mean, if you're going and watching a game, it seems like coaches are only there for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then they're off to the next field to see if they can find anyone there. And so if you don't have those connections made beforehand where someone's looking out for you, I think it could be very hard, and it might not be necessarily worth it. So it just goes back to, I guess, with my recruiting process, I didn't have to as much, but if you need to try and just make those connections with coaches. And another thing that I'll just add quickly with the advice part that I just kind of remembered is just not to burn any bridges and to try to make any connection that you can, because something I was told in my recruiting process is if you're approached by, for example, a Division III school, but you're not wanting to play in a Division III school, you never know if that coach might transfer to another school who is
good point
school you want to go to, you know. And so I think if you burn that bridge there, then you might have burned it in the future. So you just want to make connections everywhere you go, because you just don't know who's going to get a job where, you know. So
good point. Now related to college showcases, you went as well to the soccer tournaments. USA being such a big country with so many tournaments throughout a 1 year, especially. Sorry for my Leo. It's like from March month up until end of October, so many soccer tournaments. Did you play lots of tournaments? What is your opinion as well about them? And what was probably the best tournament that you have played in? You were like, wow, this is outstanding.
Yeah, I remember playing club, and I was just off somewhere every single weekend, you know, playing in all these different tournaments all over. But
did you like tournaments? Did you enjoy tournaments?
Yeah, it was good. I think when you're younger, even just in high school, like kind of going away with your entire team and just being in a hotel together is always fun, and I know it can get on parents' nerves and hotel staff nerves, but playing soccer in the hallways and things like that. But I love just going out with my team and then just seeing new places as well. But I'd say the best one I played at was probably nationals for ECNL, because we won our conference, and so we went to nationals, and I think we definitely underachieved there, but the experience was just good. We went up to, it was actually in Chicago.
Yes.
Whenever I went, yeah.
2019, June from 27, 28, something like that. Yes, I attended that game. That was a good competition you had. I think that you guys underachieved just because you could have definitely done better. It was so hot. I don't know, you're used to South Carolina, but in Chicago it was so hot those days. Nice. Can you now just, tournaments, college showcases, now D1 University, you tell us a little bit about the professional team you played. Can you, how is there an atmosphere? How did one game day look like in that professional environment?
Yeah, it was a really good experience getting to be a part of that and kind of just seeing what it's like at that next level. But the environment there was, I mean, Greenville Triumph, obviously I've been, the past 3 years since the league was started, I've been in 3 finals and they've won 1 of them. And so it was good being with a team that is, looking for trophies and always in the picture for winning trophies, rather than a team that's kind of comfortable sitting mid-table or one that's losing games. And so I remember I played in a friendly with them, and that was a good experience. I got an assist in that game. We tied 1-1 with Charlotte Independence, and that was just a really good experience, just because I've been used to going on tournaments and away trips with my club team, and this was before college, and so just being on a bus ride with a professional team, going to play against another professional team was just incredible. But I think game day, I was in the squad for one league game against Tormenta, and that we arrived probably about 2.5 hours before kickoff, and you walk in and go into the locker room, and I just remember seeing my name on the back of a jersey, which was just, it was incredible. But
nice feeling.
That was one of the best experiences, just walking in the locker room and seeing everyone's jerseys and then seeing mine.
Nice.
Yeah, game days for me look like just a lot of what I eat. I focus on not really stopping eating throughout the day, just to keep my body fueled. A lot of fruits, veggies, and pasta, and so yeah.
Nice. Referees, tell me more. Referees in professional games and in college games, any difference?
Not really, no. Professional probably a little bit better, but it's, I mean, everyone's human. Mistakes are still made. So.
Yes. How's in D1 referees? I know how are they in D2, but D1 any better?
Honestly, I think it's less of the level and more of where you are, region-wise. I know here had not the best history. I don't want to just sit here and complain about the referees. I mean, they're human, but here they aren't always the best. But I feel like we've been to other places, away games, and they're just completely different. Yeah, I think it's just by region more than the level.
Fair play. I was so referees, give it credit to them. They're doing a great job. They're doing the best they can. Everyone can do better, even soccer players, even referees, and everyone can do better. So referees don't take it personal. It is something that I just wanted to ask. High school level tournaments, referees, there is so many of them. Give it a credit to them. They sometimes wake up at 6 a.m. and work until 8 p.m. Like, it's not easy. Have you ever been a referee?
Yeah, I have. I've done just the tournaments in Greenville. If they need extra help, I've done those, and
how was
definitely has given me a more of a perspective on referees. It's tough. It's not easy.
Game is fast. Like,
yeah, I was refereeing little kids, and I was just letting a lot of things go, and you get parents chirping at you the entire game, and it never ends.
Nice. So now I will just draw upon like all your soccer career. You've been playing soccer almost all your life. I know. Can you tell us who had the biggest impact on you in soccer? And as well, on top of it, second question: which coach had the biggest impact on your game?
Obviously, just my dad is first one that comes to mind, just from he's been there since the very beginning and kind of been there through my progression throughout the years.
Just to mention, his dad is Irish Usain Bolt. He was the fastest man that was ever born in Ireland. You can even yes, this is a fact. So impressive stats about him, and as well a unbelievable soccer player on top of it, and all his family. Conor follows definitely those steps, and continue your story about him.
Yeah, no, I think he was obviously very hard on me as a kid, but it was never out of I have to be a certain level to make him proud. It was never like that. It was just, I think he truly saw the potential that I had and the ability that I had, and so when I wasn't necessarily putting in the hardest work that I could on the field, that was when he would obviously get a bit annoyed because I'm just not really fulfilling the potential that I have. But no, he's definitely been one of the biggest impacts on me for soccer. Just as a support system, I mean, my mom as well, you know, she's just as much as, if not, I mean, she's just as much been there for me, you know. But I think my dad, having a background in the game, he's always there to just he'll always tell it to me straight. You know, if I've had a bad game, he'll let me know. If I've had a good game, he'll let me know. So I think that's been good.
That's nice.
And then coach-wise, I've had a lot of great coaches. I think over the years. I think biggest impact, definitely my current college coach, Doug, as well as when I mentioned John Harks from Greenville Triumph, just because of kind of seeing that professional environment that I was talking about and seeing the ins and outs of how things go on in a professional team. But he's just very, very knowledgeable and didn't really treat me differently, I didn't think. I had the same expectations kind of me, which was good, and just different pointers after training was really big to get from him and such a legend like him. So I think him and my college coach have been two that have been really big for me.
Nice. Again, one round of applause for Mr. Conor Dowler and Sarah Dowler, that are both outstanding people. And I'm so happy that I had the chance to meet them and now to be very, very good friends. Let's go now to some fun questions. This is the section that is going to be few questions, but let's jump to those right away. Who's going to win a World Cup?
World Cup.
You have 4 seconds. 4, 3, 2.
I'm gonna go with
1, and answer is England. All right. You could have said Serbia. We would appreciate that, but all right, England it is. Nice.
No, but they need to learn how to take penalties. Like that was such a.
They're gonna do better. Now, tell me, which Italian team do you like the most?
AC Milan.
All right, good job.
You knew it.
I didn't know it. I really did not.
Yeah, you knew it.
I've seen them play a couple of times. So.
Nice. Let's go. Messi or Ronaldo, and why?
Messi, easy. Messi, just because I feel like anyone who watches the game and watches the two of them, Messi he's more of a joy to watch, and I feel like he can do things that no one else can do. Ronaldo, granted, I know he plays for United, but and he's a great player, but I feel like Messi is just more of a complete player, not just a scorer.
You're right. I was watching a final, a Copa del Rey, Barcelona versus Alaves, and there was a guy who was playing for Alaves, so he took me in Spain and showed me everything. So when I asked him exactly the same question, he said, "Just watch Messi.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch him in a stadium. He's running in a game. He's running around 2 kilometers.
Yeah.
But those 2 kilometers, he's like
it's
finishing
not all
everything.
stats.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's just walking around the field. You cannot see that in the camera. But when he just feels the ball and kind of make a move, and that's all.
Nice.
It's incredible.
Best midfielder ever, in your opinion? Let's put away some regular ones. Zidane and Ronaldinho, if he's midfielder, semi-attacker. Let's put those away. Give me some midfielder that you like.
Put Pirlo away and
yes.
Yes,
Iniesta too. So let's give me some depth.
He plays a little bit like a Xavi. Like I was watching him, I was like, man, this you're very good, man.
I appreciate that. I would say Scholes.
Oh, that's a good one.
I got the chance to see him play.
He's don't get me wrong, Scholes is as well in this category. Iniesta, Xavi, Pirlo.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
Sedorf.
Honestly, he gets a lot of
Modric too, definitely. I mean, we can now go and on, but sorry, go Conor.
He gets a lot of criticism, but one of my favorite players is Pogba. I think he gets over criticized, but I just think the things that he can do with the ball are incredible, and I think he's also
That is very brave to say these days.
I know it is. Yeah, it's not many people are on his side anymore. But I just think it just.
This is a real fan.
Yeah, I love Paul Pogba.
And now, a special question, very important to me. Best defender ever.
There's only one answer, isn't there? Vidic.
Exactly, my friends. Let's take a look. All right. Best defender ever, period. All right, Conor. We are really glad that you had a chance to devote us some few minutes to talk with us about your college, about your high school, about your just generally soccer career, your opinions, your advices, just your feedback about the whole story related to soccer. And so very nice to have you here. Don?
Don't know, man. I'm so happy to have a chance to talk with Conor. Like, I was watching his highlights, and man, I was asking him a question about that assist, like that he made, like that incredible assist. Like, I was watching that for 20 times.
We're gonna try to show it in this. We have to put it.
I will try to when I do editing. I will try to show that goal, and after that, now imagine that goal is now can be seen. Mm-hmm. Your reaction and your opinion on that goal.
Yeah. No, for sure, that'd be great.
So, Conor, good luck. Yeah. Go ahead, Don. You have something to add?
No, just give us a comment so we can edit it, you know?
I honestly thought the ball was out, if I'm going to be honest. But I don't really know. I just saw it in the air and it was about to go out. So I just got my leg up there somehow, some way. And luckily, Jacob on our team took a really good touch and scored, and that ended up being the game winner. And that was a really big conference game, so it was a special moment.
Well done.
Celebration. Perfect.
Yeah, celebration.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us, Conor. We look forward. Good luck in your spring season, summer definitely, and we are looking forward to see you on SPN in the fall 2022.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All the best, and we'll see you around. Take care, Conor. Thank you.